Or to a certain extent, it's too late at that point, isn't it? You've someone said to you, "What would you like?" And if you don't tell them effectively, then you can't really blame them if they deliver something that you say, "Oh, I didn't want that,"
Yeah,
and they can say, "Well, this is what you
yeah,
said you wanted, and this is what we've delivered."
right,
Um,
right.
but
Well, and that's a true point. And I've had this happen where a business person will come to me and say, "We really do not like what they've delivered us." And I was like, "Well, they delivered exactly what you asked them for. So you can't blame them for not reading your mind." So that's where you have to have that communication. Also, when you have that, when you've had that statement of work and you've discussed it and you've worked on it as a team, I like to work on it with the vendor and have that meeting and I've had meetings where they'll say, "Well, why do you want this? Why do you want to know what your people are doing?" I'm like, "Well, honestly, I want to know, I want to close out those assumptions. I want to make sure that you are comfortable with what we think we're going to do, because we've got this mutual understanding." And honestly, when you work on it that way in a collaborative manner, you're building that relationship. And okay, so maybe something goes slightly off the rails. I'm not going to go for a big thing, but there could be something. Well, you've built the relationship with this vendor, the supplier, to a degree that they'll say, "Well, technically we don't have to do that, but since we've built this relationship, we want to keep it rolling and we're going to overlook this and we're going to work on this." Honestly, and I don't ever want to make it into a transactional thing where I'm only nice to the supplier because I want something from them. That's not it. It Because that'll never work. And they see right through they do. They see right through that. Is you build that partnership. And honestly, when you do have those wobbles in the road, it's easier to recover. It's not like they're going to be throwing, "Oh, well, you did this wrong and you did this wrong." You want it to be where it's not accusatory, if you can prevent it from getting that far. But having that mutual understanding at the beginning, is really important. It's actually almost more important than any of the uh, what do you call it, the compliance and or governance stuff. If you've built the relationship and